celebrating all things cool in Jacksonville. A local show with a spotlight on the 904. With hosts Eden Kendall and Mark Payton, featuring amazing stories from every neighborhood with Rance Adams. This is River City Live.
Welcome to River City Live and happy Monday. Eden's not in today, but it's kind of odd because we actually have wine on the day she's not in.
We've got her spirit beverage.
Exactly, yeah.
So we were thinking of Eden when we booked this segment. It's about the Spanish Wine Festival. We're going to be talking more about that, getting an education on wines and about the festival. But
And
Eden,
I'm definitely going to tune in to that, yeah. Cheers, Eden. We'll catch up later. No, I'm sipping.
Yeah. Oh, we're sipping?
Yeah, it's what you do. It's 11 o'clock. That's my rule.
Oh, my goodness.
It's 11.
That is not the wine I get.
So, yeah, we're going to learn about the festival and then a little wine 101, which is great. We also have a ticket giveaway. The Southern Women's Show, it's coming up this week. Actually, I think it starts on Thursday. So we have a ticket giveaway. So definitely stick around for that. We have all the details. Also, Rachel Platten. She has that hit song, Fight Song. It's inspiring a ton of people out there. We're going to get her story. Huh?
I can't sing it, right?
No,
Don't. We don't have those rights.
She said no to that.
Oh, okay.
So did you have a good weekend? Rachel called up and said no to that.
I had a great weekend. I mentioned earlier Friday that I was going up to Amelia Island to MC Jazz Fest, and it was so awesome. Like, I know some jazz, but to be in that element with all of these fans, and it was Rosanna Vitro was like one of the headliners, Nestor Torres was another, but the jam session, Friday night, I only went Friday night. Saturday night, I couldn't hang. But they had the FSU's Jazz Ensemble was there, totally shredded, and they let me get on the mic and scat a little bit, like, yeah.
I saw a sample of that. We should post that on our Facebook, the River City Live Facebook, because I saw that. You still got some skills. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to lie.
Thank you.
Yeah, hey, I'm here to help. You know, my weekend, it's always about the kids. And this article came out, and it's about being a helicopter parent. And I'm definitely that. I think I'm more of a drone parent, where, like, you don't hear me, but I'm there. I'm everywhere.
Big brother
is
seriously,
everywhere. Yeah. So, but what's interesting with this study that came out, and it was in the New York Post, it talks about parents being a helicopter parent, but once the kids actually leave the house, when it moves over to college. So parents are calling administrators saying that they're the child. They're calling the professors saying they're the child. They're getting on emails. They're doing all these different things to interact to make sure that everything is going smoothly for their kids when they're at school without the kids even knowing. So they're definitely crossing that line. And again, it's taking a helicopter parent even one step farther. And you know, you're 17, 18, or older when you're in college, so it seems to continue. So did you have this, first of all, growing up? Like that type of intervention with your family?
Well, I mean, when I was in, you know, school, public school, yes, my parents were involved, but when I got to college, it was pretty much all on me. You know, I had to keep them abreast of the situation. And I understand why parents might be going to that length because, you know, there's a lot that gets lost in translation when you're talking to the kids like, well, what'd your teacher say? Nothing. Well, I talked to your teacher and they said X, Y, Z. Oh, yeah, there's that. But, I mean, for them to come through and just kind of undermine the child's like maturing into an adult. I mean, how's that kid gonna feel is like, oh, my mom's been calling. What are you talking about? I didn't email you. I didn't call you.
Well, the thing that's interesting, and I didn't realize this, so there's a Federal Family Education Rights and Privacy Act that actually that protects the kid, so the parent can intervene. What? So it's actually illegal for parents to get too involved. So that came out, I don't know how long ago. It wasn't around when I was there. But again, I was one of 8 kids. So as soon as I left, like my parents really didn't do a whole lot of anything. Like if I called them, they were there, but they never reach out. I'm like, hey, how's school going? But when my kids go away, I will be all over them. Like I joke around now. I'm like, Kyle, you know, to my son Kyle, like, where are we going to college? Like together, because I'm going with you.
Well, I know why. I really know why you're going. But when we talk about illegality of a parent doing stuff like trying to find out kids' educational information in college, well, there's a town in North Towanda, New York, that is fining parents $250 and sentencing them to 15 days in jail if their child violates the city's curfew or any other city law, including bullying 2 times or more within a 90-day period.
So that's interesting. I know a lot of times parents, they are on the hook on the legal side if their child does commit some type of crime or if there's ever like a party at their house and something goes wrong. This is interesting because bullying obviously is being more and more prevalent all over the country, and desperate times call for desperate measures. So they want to make sure that the parent knows what's happening and they're trying to crack down on that, which is scary because like that's a big fine, like to get locked up for 15 days because your child was bullying. So I do think it would work, but is this getting a little too aggressive?
Well, the twist is like you could have a parent that isn't tuned out and is actually trying to connect and plug in with their kid, and the kid is just, you know, a knucklehead. So the parent could just be stuck out and like, I'm actually trying to do something and create this individual that's going to be a positive contributing member of society. But I mean, so you have that little push-pull, but I kind of commend this because as the bullying situation gets worse on social media and in schools, somebody's got to be held accountable. So maybe if you...
It is true, and it does start in the house, and you have to know like what's happening. You know, you really do. It's an eye-opener. But there's other things too, like curfew and a couple other like misdemeanor things that, again, will go back to the parent. And I wonder if this is the start of something, you know, just going across the country where parents are now accountable. You can't say, no, it's the kid, and then because they're, you know, under 18, it's just like a little misdemeanor and nothing ever happens. Now the parent's on the hook for that.
Times have changed. I mean, I can't even tell you. I don't even know if we had a citywide curfew. I know what my curfew was in my house. And if I broke that, oh, you talk about lockdown. Woo! And you were one of 8, so your parents didn't even know what a curfew was, did they?
They had no idea what a curfew was. And the thing that's so weird, like I talk to my parents now, it's like, you know, we didn't have cell phones or anything. So when I left, you didn't know where I was. And they're like, oh yeah, I guess we didn't know where you were. You know, so it's just, again, different times and different parenting altogether. And I wonder, because they were so laid back, that now it's shifted where I'm all over it. You know what I mean? Maybe that is. How are you now with your little diva, Tyler?
My folks were really involved, so I mean, and it wasn't a bad thing. But I'm involved, but I'm still trying to give her some room to like, okay, you got to figure things out for yourself.
Yeah.
Doesn't always work out that way, but you know, I'm trying to make her understand that, you know, you can't always depend on everybody else to help you out. Sometimes you just have to pull yourself up by your own bootstraps and do your thing.
Yeah, and that's smart. I think that's the route to go.